I want to get to some. I guess we were kind of rolling on social media for a minute there. Speaking of, have you heard or seen things dealing with Kanye's meltdown?
Somebody said something to me about it, but I saw jokes about it, but I have no
Mhm.
idea what his meltdown is. This last,
So did you know he was running for president? That he was going to try and run for
yeah, I
president?
heard about that.
So what are your thoughts on that?
It's more ridiculous than Trump being our president, but
Yeah.
like, not entirely more ridiculous. Like,
Well, I think it's just stupid because I think he knows what he's. I think he kind of knows what he's doing.
he's doing
trying
it as a joke, kind of.
Well, and he's trying. You got to think like young kids that listen to Kanye West music, like kids at our age that can vote are newly being able to vote, right, and listen to Kanye's music, and they hate politics because it's ridiculous. If you go on Facebook, it's how we were just talking. It's one side or the other with bullshit. They didn't know who they were gonna vote for, and now it's like, okay, Kanye, I'm Kanye, and I'm buddies with Trump, and this is what a lot of people have been saying. Anybody that votes for Kanye didn't vote for Biden.
I said that
And
shit as a
that's
joke
the thing, and that's
not
what
long ago.
that's what I don't give a fuck.
What do you mean about his meltdown, though?
But so his meltdown, he had his I think he planned for. I think he thought that this was gonna go better. He also too. The thing is, all right, I'll just give you what happened first, and then I'll break down how I feel about it. But he was running for president. Said he announced he was running for president. A couple weeks go by, nobody really gives a fuck. Like he had some shit a couple months ago that he tried to do. I think he had the Gap deal. He made a deal with Gap that Yeezys are gonna go to Gap now. Like he's gonna like make a clothing line, like an affordable Yeezy line for Gap. And it didn't really get a lot of buzz. And like his whole thing is that, when he married into this family of the Jenner Kardashians, whatever, what is their skill or talent? Nothing. It's just gaining attention. They do some fucked up. They get a fucked up platform.
Money.
Yeah. Well, they know how to get people's attention. They'll tan a little bit extra dark, so then people will be like, it'll be a whole black skin scandal thing, and it's scandal after scandal to get attention, because then you're dropping a new season of your show. And you've seen, like, Kanye has been doing this. Once he got in with them, that's what he did. When the Life of Pablo came out, which I think is like his last like solid project.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but like since then he's like had like a couple okay songs here and there, but it's never like been a solid, like a great Kanye album.
Everything after the Ye album, I don't know.
Ye-
Even the Ye album is like, eh.
Yeah, Ye was all right. I liked a couple songs in there, but like, so the thing was, like, it's just been big on the antics, and the music has gone down, like the quality of the music, right? And he's realized that he can sell just about as much by doing something ridiculous. But so Life of Pablo comes out, he has a mental breakdown on stage, where not really a mental breakdown, I think it was pretty staged, where he was screaming at Jay-Z and Beyonce, saying like, y'all don't want to let my kids play with your kids and all this shit, and like, Jay-Z, don't send killers at me, like I know you got killers on speed dial, don't blah, blah, blah. Like literally at a show for like 40 minutes, and he did this for like four shows in a row, and then like he canceled the tour, the rest of the tour.
What the fuck?
And I just remember watching all the videos, because I followed academics at the time, and he would post up like all the news about it literally every other day. It was Kanye in a different city for 40 minutes of his show, like just freaking out about something different. But he knew that would get people to tune in.
Yeah.
And then Ye was coming out, and he had his whole big mental breakdown, and that's when like he came out as like that he officially got diagnosed as bipolar and stuff like that. And he sat down with Charlemagne and talked mental health and all this shit. And I don't think and that's the thing, I don't want to say he was using like any of that to promote it, but it was very convenient that like his mental breakdown was right before his album was coming out, and that the whole album was supposed to be about, literally the cover says like, I hate being bipolar, it's awesome. Right? So it's like, maybe.
And
maybe
there's a bunch of screaming
in
that album, like he's going nuts.
Yeah.
And stuff like.
Well, and that's what it's like. Are you playing it up, or is this how you feel, and that's why you're expressing it this way? Which I don't know.
It's all games. It's all for sales. Like publicity. Like Kanye West does anything out of line, it's a headline.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing. Getting to this most recent breakdown. He I should probably just pull up I think he deleted them. But so he went on this fucking Twitter storm, which he does whenever he has these breakdowns. I'm actually gonna try and pull it up. And basically, like, he alluded to Kim K being a racist, and
I did hear about that.
And let's see if he deleted everything. Oh, he did delete everything. Damn it. So basically, he freaked out and started tweeting. He's tweeting some weird pictures. He was like tweeting like shit about like tweeting at Drake, and then like just like with like a thinking face, like because him and Drake had that whole beef thing, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically he had freaked out on Twitter, was lashing out because his most recent presidential, I don't want to, what would you call it, a rally sort of thing he tried to have. It looked like there was like 50 people. It wasn't very big, but like he said that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves, and like that she forced them to go work for other white people, and I don't know what the fuck dude was saying. He was saying some weird shit, and basically so it didn't go well, and he looked like he was gonna cry on stage, and so then he freaked out on Twitter and started tweeting a bunch of crazy shit, started tweeting at Kim saying that like I guess he was freaking out because Kim was like considering doing like a photo shoot with the kids or something. That's what it seemed like, because he said something about like no kid of mine is gonna do a Playboy photo shoot, blah 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 blah, like freaking out. And this is like a year after he was very like celebratory of Kim being like who he said was like, my wife's the sexiest woman alive, and like she can do whatever she wants, photo shoots and whatever. And then a year later he's freaking out because his kids are involved or whatever, and he's like saying that he's like he tweeted this, Kim's trying to send a 5150 or whatever, some doc trying to send a doctor to get me locked up, and then he's like called like her mom and her like a racist or some shit, and it was just wild. And then his last tweet, it's still up actually, that he says that he can still get more votes than Biden off write-ins. He just tweeted that. So yeah, he basically had a big meltdown. People are freaking out, but then he also announced that he has a new album coming out.
Oh,
it was supposed to come out Friday, but then I think Taylor Swift, who like they've been arch enemies for a while,
yeah,
she dropped her album. She like surprise dropped her album that Friday, so then he didn't do it, I think. But crazy, it was ridiculous. A lot of drama, a lot of famous people, rich ass people drama that shouldn't matter, but it's shitty when he's like, I feel like he's using mental health a little bit to
it always has, dude. That's always been a thing of his.
But I think he does suffer.
It's been more subtle. Oh yeah, for sure.
I think he does. Like ever since his mom like passed, like I think he really was dealing with some serious shit, and it just comes out at really bad. It's like, it just really like I can't tell if is it like album time that you just get stressed out and that's when this thing happens, or is it album needs to sell, so you're like, I gotta generate headlines.
I feel like it's more of that, because like that's how it all comes back to, that is publicity and getting the name out.
Mm-hmm. And how convenient.
But I do think he suffers mental health issues. He's fucking nuts, of course.
I mean, yeah, he's actually bipolar. Like he's officially diagnosed as bipolar. But like I don't know if that condones all the other shit he's doing. Or maybe he just needs to turn Twitter off for a little bit.
I feel like all of them do, dude.